Hi everyone, I'm using the Angel Tarot for our reading today. I'll choose some cards from the Angel Tarot and I'll also choose one from this deck here that guides us in our finances, in our career. So I'll ask for some guidance there, which is perfect for this time of the year. So I'm setting the intention for a reading for the highest and greatest good for the collective. For anyone who views this video, I hope you're all keeping well. It's very cold here in the UK. So there we have the Seven of Swords, the King of Pentacles, the Death card. These cards are still new and sticking together. So the Death card and the Queen of Swords. Okay, so the base of the pack, we have the Hermit, the Sun, and the Knight of Fire. Okay, and we'll take the Ace of Swords as well. So the Seven of Air, the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords in the tarot is the Thief card. The swords are our thoughts, and today Mercury has moved in to Capricorn. Capricorn is the sea goat. It's the goat, the mystical creature that swims all the way down into the bottom of the ocean, surveys the bottom of the ocean, and then starts to make its way through from the depths of the ocean up and starts to climb the mountain tops. So Mercury, the messenger planet, the planet of communicating with the gods, transmitting to us, asking us to do the life review, to look at where our thoughts lead us. Do they lead us into a place of bumpy ground, into a place of deep, deep emotion? Or are they leading us on that clear path? And the goat of Capricorn is very sure-footed. It makes sure everything is solid before it takes its next step. So I just feel with Mercury moving into Capricorn, Mercury being conversing with the galactic center, now bringing that through into our earthly realm, we're receiving some kind of activation of our mental, of our thoughts, of our mental bands, an activation of flipping the script, changing those thoughts that we have inherited throughout our lifetimes and this life that have kept us going round in the same old patterns. Mercury in Capricorn is downloading us with spiritual ritual. So even in this earthly realm that we find ourselves, which in past our head has ruled, has run the show, as we've quietened our minds and opened up to the celestial, to the higher consciousness, we have received these codes that have lifted our vibration within, connecting us to the higher frequency, which now is bringing through an activation of our mental, of our thoughts. So things shifting now, not entertaining those thoughts that we try to force things to happen. Sitting in a place of peace and stillness, and connecting to our higher self, connecting to our angels, and asking for help from the powerful divine force that we have working through us and all around us. Instead of feeling and thinking that our bodies have to do all the work, we now realize there is a essence that is so powerful that we are connected to, that we can tap into. So when we are starting a new business and we are looking at how we can grow our business, sitting in that meditative state, creating a sacred space around us, calling in our angels and asking our angels to go out and connect to everyone who would benefit from whatever we are offering. So we're now working with a powerful energy that Mercury, communicating with the galactic center, coming through into Capricorn, is helping us to open up to. It's opening up pathways that for eons have been closed through old programming, through a fear of standing in our own light. The angels are asking us, okay, so this is the 7 of air. The angels are asking us, what would our life look like if we didn't have shame or embarrassment or fear of getting it wrong? Because all those things that are being programmed in are what keep us on this merry-go-round, fearful of stepping off, fearful of stepping in our own light, being different. So the 7 of air, you can see they're going round and round on that merry-go-round. Looking at where we are, just going into that subconscious patterning that takes us round and round in circles, round into the same old doubtful beliefs that we have of ourselves. So Mercury moving into Capricorn, relaying these messages that we are more powerful than our doubts. We are more powerful than the criticisms that we place upon ourselves. That we have taken things that are false and started to believe them about ourselves. So the 7 of air, this is reminding us, calling on our angels now to help us to listen to their guidance that comes through with love and encouragement, that brings through joy and happiness, not dread and fear. That's our ego. So getting off this merry-go-round, stepping off now, allowing other people to go round on that same old, just to step off without fear of embarrassing ourselves, without fear of shaming ourselves. And also the angels are coming through and saying, you know, we can set goals. And this year in the past, and I would say this year, of all years, I never say set intentions, because I can't set intentions. I'm a free spirit. So, but this year, out of all the years, has been good for setting intentions of feeling those feelings that we would love to feel, that we would love to feel constantly in our lives, without it being contaminated with some stress and worry. And imagine life without stress and worry, because these are all robbers of our joy, robbers of our light. So the angels are coming through and saying, when we've set goals in the past and we haven't achieved those goals, we may feel like a failure. But when we have our intentions, and maybe those intentions change, our goals change, but we navigate that change into something better, instead of quitting, knowing that that goal has moved, and realigning ourselves to how we would love to feel in every moment of every day. I hope this is making sense. So when we have the intentions, and this is not holding them rigid, it's about allowing them to change, and we change with them. That is true growth, that is flexibility, that is expansion. When we hold an intention rigid and we fixate on it, and then it doesn't work out that way, it can create all kinds of frustration. So again, this is another behaviour, another way we lose ourselves, fixating on the future instead of staying in the moment, knowing in this moment anything is possible, anything is possible. And if we put our focus on one thing, we miss out on the wonders of so many amazing experiences. So the angels just asking us, what old beliefs are we still holding on to? We're moving into this full moon in Cancer on Monday, which is very emotional. Old emotions may come to the surface, and Cancer is the mother archetype. It's the nurturer, and in the shadow can be over nurturing, can be over thinking things of the past, the longing of the past, not letting go of the past, can close themselves off and isolate themselves from others. So just being aware of where we're finding ourselves as we are navigating and accustomizing ourselves to this new vibrational year. The King of Pentacles, this is a successful man, and you can see him there sat on his crown with all that lush abundance all around him. and he is sat there smiling at the joy of his life, at the possibilities that he has within this moment, and all the experiences that he has lived through and gained from. With this card also, it's extreme good health. So where are we focusing on things that drain us, that the worries that we may have about our physical bodies, because those worries create, wherever we focus on, expands. So the king is asking us to step into that memory of when we felt our most healthiest, our best, our most energized. Because as we do that, we are speaking to every single cell within our body, and within the tip of our finger there are trillions of cells that die off every second, and new cells are created, and those new cells will be created by the thoughts that we have as those cells are being created. So when we sit in this place of divine abundance in this moment, feeling the life force energy within our bodies, bringing that energy of health within every cell, within every organ of our body. Feeling the gratitude of our experiences, of where we find ourselves in this moment, starts to alchemize those old melodies that have created this ease within our bodies, alchemizing into pure gold, into pure divine abundance. Because as we alchemize those lower thought forms, those lower melodies, we start to draw to us prosperity. And with Mercury moving into Capricorn, and the sun is in Capricorn, so this mystical goat that is an earth sign, but it can move around in the depths of the ocean, can travel up through, swim to the top of the water and move from the water onto the earth into the most rough terrains. So it's adaptable. It can change, and I feel this is what we are receiving, an activation that is flipping the script within the old thought forms within our minds from this earth sign, the Seven of Swords, which is all around the thief. But the thief is when we are giving our power away. We are actually robbing ourselves, holding on and bringing back our power in this moment of feeling the best we've ever felt. Because one change of thought changes movement within our body in a positive way. The Death card. So there's a death of the old way of being. We've moved, the 2024 has gone. We're into a new time, numerological time of the number 9, which we have the Hermit here, which is the card of this year. So we're having a release, and as we release, we rise. There's a rebirth. So every time we are robbing ourselves and we let go of that, we are rewarded with positive energy. So there's a rebirth, there's a death of the old, and with Mars retrograding through Cancer, where we're going to have this full moon on Monday, so a lot of energy, Cancerian energy, that we'll start to feel during this week of our emotions. Maybe flashbacks from the past come to the surface, where Mercury in Capricorn sees us and shows us a different perception, because we've learned and we've grown from the past, so we're able to bring closure. So that is a death of an old perception. So as we change here, as we change those perceptions in this moment, it changes it through lifetimes, it changes it through our past lives. So we are alchemizing and changing in this moment. So there's a death of the old, and as we are moving into this year of the snake, we are shedding the skin. There's new shiny skin, and as the snake is shedding its skin, it looks as though it's gone to sleep. It looks like it's very still. It's almost lifeless. And this is what we are treading. It's moving in between worlds. We're shifting in between these worlds of letting go of the past and resurrecting who we truly are. So there's a resurrection. So this is Archangel Azrael. Archangel Azrael helps us through grief. So when we have lost loved ones, or our loved ones, we never lose them, they pass over into the spirit realm, and we are going through our time of grief. Archangel Azrael assists us through that, because whatever transition we go through in our life, whether it is through the grief of a loved one who has passed into the spirit realm, or it is a grief of an old life, that maybe relationships that have ended, or we look back into our life when we were younger, there's a grief, there's a transition occurring, and Archangel Azrael is helping us all with this, because life, the world is changing. So Archangel Azrael is helping us through these transitions, because we're on a path there of peace, of a golden path is what I am seeing, a path of light. So Archangel Azrael helps us with whatever transition we are moving through, and also helps our loved ones who have crossed over into the spirit realm. So again, it's this in between. We're going through this transition that we don't quite know who we're going to be after this transition, but that's okay, because we're staying in this moment. we're allowing things to fall away, the old skin to fall away, and we're nurturing the being that we are becoming. Archangel, the Queen of Air. So the Queen of Air is the Queen of Swords, and she is focused there into a crystal ball. There is a unicorn there. So she is focusing on the higher realms, higher frequencies, higher dimensions. She's focusing there. She is, third eye is wide open. So there's an activation of our pineal gland that's occurring through the activation of the mental, of the crown, things changing around the top of our head, our third eye, around our crown. Activations going on there as we change our thoughts, as we start to choose better thoughts, and the images that come with those thoughts are brighter, happier. That's what we start to, that becomes our belief. They become our belief, so that we step into it and start creating that reality. So the Queen of Air is very focused. She doesn't get involved in emotions. She's gone through a lot in her life and dealt with a lot in her life, so she can help a lot of people, but from a perfect alignment. And so we're being asked to focus on our third eye, calling in the angels to help us to activate our third eye so that we can see clearer. We have those visions without the doubts coming in that strangle those visions, that absolutely destroy our visions, because those doubts are all part of this. Doubt is a fear. It's a fear of getting things wrong, so we start doubting everything, going into over protection. So it's moving away from that. We are given two paths. We can go back into the old way of doing things, or we can step into the unknown, step into the mystery of life, and being comfortable in that mystery, being comfortable in this moment, knowing that things are coming into our reality, are coming into form that we have been focusing on. The Knight of Fire, things starting to change. He brings change and also good news coming in. So something good coming in, and you can see he's raring to go. So something's coming in, and imagine not having the doubts, not having the fears, not having the embarrassment or fear of being judged. Imagine having none of that. Just a clear path ahead. And this is what is being activated within us. So there's a part of us wanting to move forward, but then there's our soul saying just pause, just bring everything in, allow everything to settle within us, so that when we move forward, we are on solid ground. So here, this passion, this knight coming in, wanting to get going, but we're just taking our time. We're just taking our time. We don't have to rush, setting New Year's resolutions, those goals. We are just taking our time and focusing on the direction that feels like home, that feels comfortable, that feels safe. And this is not staying in our comfort zone, because that's part of this energy. It's doing something different every day, even if it's something small. Just something small. Doesn't have to be all at once. Just putting the pieces of the jigsaw together. The Ace of Air, again, this is something new coming in, something that's going to bring growth. So the angels are guiding us, are speaking to us. Mercury is bringing through those messages, and we're listening to them now. We're listening to the options that are open to us instead of the fear of getting things wrong. The Sun and the Hermit. So the Hermit, Archangel Raziel. The Wizard of the Archangel realm. Number 9 in the Major Arcana. So this is the card of the year. Number 9, of the completion, of learning from everything that we've gone through. We've been altering our subconscious so that we have, and tapping into a higher consciousness. So our algorithms within our life are changing. We are drawing to us more from a place of growth and health. Archangel Raziel is asking us to go within, and you can see there the light that he's carrying. And also I feel Archangel Uriel is guiding us also, because Archangel Uriel, the archangel here of the sun with the light, which is our consciousness, guiding us on that path of higher consciousness. Archangel Uriel is a psychologist of the archangel realm and will help us to see with light, will help us to see the different perceptions, better perceptions than maybe we have in the past. So we have Archangel Uriel, who is helping us to shine light on our path. And this is the same as the Hermit, going within, tending to our innermost light, into our wisdom, that our source energy that resides within us. And as we tend to that, it grows and grows and then starts to shine on our path. And Archangel Uriel is guiding our path of light, is helping us with our spiritual gifts, with our intuition, to walk our path, to follow the light, to follow what is in alignment with our soul. And the sun always brings positive outcomes. So there's a falling away, a really easy falling away now, and giving ourselves the freedom to be who we truly are, which is mystical, magical. We have lifetimes, ancient wisdom within us, and I feel this full moon in Cancer is bringing us that ancient wisdom from the divine feminine, from our mother, from our female bloodline coming through. It's running through our veins. The memory's there for us to tap into. It's all within us. Archangel Raziel bringing through the magic, the mystery of the universe. We're now connecting with astrology. We're feeling into the planets and listening to their guidance. All differently. We'll all have a different way of listening and being guided, and that's perfect, because we're all unique and we all bring something different. So Archangel Raziel is bringing through the message that let go of the thoughts, the beliefs that people can do things better than you can, because only you can do it your way. Set yourself free. Dissolve those thoughts and allow your thoughts to become mystical. Dissolve the old thoughts, the old beliefs, and allow your mind to expand into the magic, because the magic is within. It's within the core of your being. And when we connect to that, we shine a light. Archangel Uriel coming through with the message of he's helping us to see the bigger picture, to be able to bring wisdom into the situations in our lives in a responsible way and in a way of integrity, so that we are not blaming anyone in the around us. We are actually being our own counsel. We are parenting ourselves. We are treating ourselves, our inner child, loving our inner child, looking after our inner child, which is bringing immense healing into our bodies. So there's so much available to us now for healing, for growth, for magic, for all the beauty and miracles of life. All we have to do is get off that roundabout, and knowing that our angels, our guardian angels, are around us and have been with us all our lives, all our lifetimes, to start to really feel them, see them, speak with them, ask them for help within our business, within whatever it may be, where we need some extra help, and get off this merry-go-round of the old mental thought forms. So I'm asking now for a message from these cards to please bring through some guidance so that we can navigate through this time. Moving up. This is a time of moving up to the next level, career on the rise, new offers, new opportunities, and salary increase. So as we get off this and we connect with our angels, this is what happens. We receive a upgrade, and I feel that's what we stepped into this year 2025, and we're all receiving an upgrade. So this is moving up to a new level, and the one that is looking at us is sweet success. So imagine that. Imagine success instead of the fear of failure. Imagine success, whatever that might look like to you. Imagine it, feel it, and the resources will be there. Not to worry, that everything will be there for us when we require it. So not to worry about anything, because worry is this, the robber. Okay, so I'm sending so much love. Thank you for listening, and I'll speak to you all soon. Thank you.